Alright guys, I want to make a quick video here talking about my MREs. Just got them in the mail today. I want to go over just a little bit of general information on MREs and just kind of go over a couple different things. Basically kind of what to look for. Now first off, let me give you a great website, www.mreinfo.com. I'll put a link in the sidebar, in the description box. Perfect site. It's exactly what it implies. It's information about MREs, and they have tons of information. So if you're definitely interested in something like this, check them out. They also have information on the different menus or different, basically what each one contains. I actually printed out all the menus for the ones I have. Now basically, well, here's a list of them. I'm not going to go over all of them, but as I open them, one of the boxes up, because I'm going to open one of these cases up, I'll show you a couple of them. But anyway, MREinfo.com, everything you need to know about these. Okay, I'm just going to talk about a little bit what I learned. Now, first of all, these are military MREs. Okay, these are actual, cases of military MREs. Technically, I don't want to get too in depth with this because I don't really know that much. But from what I understand, military MREs are not for resale, and they do say it on the box. Let me show you somewhere on here. It says it right here. See if that's in frame. U.S. government property. Commercial resale is unlawful. From what I understand, even though that it is government property, and basically they use taxpayers' dollars to make these and give them to the troops, there's so many sales online of military MREs that they don't, it's kind of like a law they don't enforce that often. I happen to get these off of eBay. As far as price, generally it's about $70 to $90. It ranges, somewhere in there for a case, and a case is 12 meals. It really depends on where you're getting them. If you're getting them from a military surplus store, expect to pay more. For some reason, they're always more expensive there. eBay is actually a really good place to shop as long as you really know what you're looking for and you have all the information you need. And I happen to, I got both of these together for $150 shipped. And by the way, these are a lot heavier than I thought. Each one of these cases probably weighs about 20 or 30 pounds, which was kind of surprising. But anyway, each meal has a lot of stuff in it. So anyway, you have 12 meals per case. Okay. Now, right now there's 24 different menus. In other words, there's 24 different kinds of meals for the military. Okay. Let me come in close and show you some of these markings on the box. Now, first you'll see this one here says Case A. Case A has menus 1 through 12. And again, if you reference their website, MRE Info, you can see what menus 1 through 12 is. Just to give you an example, menu 1 is chili with beans, cornbread, cheese spread, crackers, toaster, pastry, which is, a Pop-Tart pretty much, dairy shake, red pepper, spice, accessory packet A, spoon, flameless ration heater, and hot beverage bag. So that's what the first menu is. This is menu 1 through 12. So there's 12 different meals in here. Okay, this is case B, as you can see. So they have menus 13 through 24. Now, I specifically, when I was looking to buy these, I wanted to try one of every single meal they offered. They have 24 different meals, so I made sure that the lot that I bought had a case A and case B. Okay, if you get 2 of these, you might get 2 case A's. Okay, so you basically have double of menus 1 through 12. Or the opposite, maybe get 2 of case B's. So right now I have 24 completely different meals. And this is all 24 meals that the military is currently eating, overseas. So any of you military guys, I'm sure you'll know this very, very well, a lot more so than I do. But, I've been looking over them. A lot of the stuff, it sounds decent, as far as what the meals are. They're not all just like beef patty and mystery sauce, I mean, some of it sounds pretty gourmet. But something to note here is that these are military MREs. There's a lot of civilian MREs. There's a lot of different companies that make similar products, but they're not actually for the military. Are they better or worse? I don't know. From what I understand from every person that I've talked to who has experience with these, as well as these civilian ones, everyone tells me that the military are better in a couple different ways. First off, supposedly there's more food. When you get the civilian meals, some of them have a lot less food than the military ones. So more food, more calories. From what I understand, the food's better. The only meal people told me to stay away from is the omelet, which some people said is disgusting. But supposedly enough people said that because they don't even include it in the 2011 menus. So I don't even see it here at all. So I guess they nixed it. But so more food in the military ones, supposedly better tasting, more variety for sure. A lot of the civilian ones have, just a couple different types of meals, and they're not all that great from what I understand. But most importantly, and I have to show you this, and it's right here. Note, water-activated flameless ration heater. Okay, supplied in each MRE menu bag. Extremely important. Okay, if you want a hot meal, you have to make sure that it comes with the heaters. Now, a lot of the civilian ones, they don't come with the heaters. I shouldn't say a lot. I should say some of them. You really have to look for that. That's a bit of information that's very important to you if you want a hot meal. I know people have told me in the past that they've ordered the civilian ones. They ordered like 5 cases to store. Later, when they actually opened one up to try one, they couldn't find the heater. It turns out it didn't come with it. The food is still good, but without the heater, you got to eat it, whatever temperature it's stored at. So that's one thing to note. Okay, you do want to make sure the heaters are, included. On the military ones, at least the newer ones, I don't know how far they go back with this, but you see this little red sticker? It's like orangey red. That's one quick freshness indicator. Basically, you have a dark circle with a lighter circle in the center of it. Hopefully you can see that. Now, as time goes on and years go on, it's going to get that little lighter circle in the middle is going to disappear. And the older it is, the darker that circle is going to be. Okay, so once it's black, it's pretty old. But anyway, I want to go over real quick the some of the codes on here. Now you have two dates. Okay, one's like a code. The other one's just a straight date. The first one is when this was actually packaged. Okay, when it was actually made at the factory, wherever they make them. Okay, this one here says 8015. Now, at first I had no idea that was even a date. I thought it was just some kind of serial number. But it turns out some of them have a simple date. Like the inspection date on this is 01. You can see under the strap, 01/11, so January 2011. Very simple to read. Obviously, that's how we write dates. But this is in somewhat of a code. The first number represents what year, so 8 represents 2008. And then the next 3 numbers represent what day of the year. Okay, so there's 365 days in a year. This happens to say 015. So what this means, 8015, is that this was made, packaged, the 15th day of 2008. Okay, so January 15th. So your 3 numbers are never going to be higher than 365. Okay, because obviously it represents how many days are in the year. So again, 2008, the 15th day. Okay. So right now, it's a little over 2 years old from when it was actually, made and packaged up. As far as storage on these, there's kind of mixed messages. Generally, it really depends on the temperature. That's the most important thing, is what temperature they're stored at. Okay, the average temperature, about 80 degrees. These will last about 3 years. Okay, freshness. I believe you can eat them a little bit past that. They're still edible. They might not be as good. Okay, so 3 years. Now, if you store these at a very cold temperature, I've heard, you know what, hold on a second, let me look online. I have the page up here. Again, MREinfo.com is a great website to go to for all this information. Its general consensus is that if you store it very cool conditions, say, I don't know, 40 to 60 degrees, maybe in a cold basement, something like I have, it says they're pretty much good for 10 years. Okay, if they're not punctured. You have to make sure that the packages aren't ripped open or smashed or anything like that. Okay, so about 10 years on these. Now, if you freeze these, from what I understand, and this is not from the website, but this is from talking to different people, if you freeze them, they last indefinitely. There is no expiration date. I don't know about that, and I don't have a means to freeze these constantly, so I'll probably have these at a cool temperature. I'd say a good estimate for freshness is about 5 to 10 years. But I'll get back to you in 5 to 10 years and let you know if that was right or not. But anyway, so just a little information for you. Look at what case you have. If you are getting the military ones, the case will tell you what menus. There's only 2 cases. There's either A or B, and obviously each one has a different set of of meals in it. And of course, look and see how old they are when you buy them. Some people have really old ones, and they want to sell them because they don't want to eat them anymore. They figure someone will just they won't really look at the information, or they won't post the information. So you might buy a really old one. So that is something when you're looking for these, like on eBay, something to check for sure. Also, for some reason, generally speaking, the military ones are a little bit more expensive than the civilian ones, but like I said, you know, totally worth it. At least from what I heard. You know, I don't know. I don't have a direct comparison because I've never had these before. But anyway, I just want to give you some information on these. Also, when they're originally packed, they do have these black straps on them. So if you get this and the black straps are undone, and maybe the box is opened a little bit, because these flaps are glued down as well. Something else to watch out for. Okay, that might have been tampered with. They might have put old meals in, and who knows. So basically, if you're going military ones, make sure that they have these black straps. They're completely sealed, you know, original packaging, as well as, you know, not too old. So anyway, I have a Flash 2 here, and I'm going to open case A. I have 24 meals. Case B, I'm not touching. I'm going to store this in my basement with the other food that I have. Okay, so that's going off to the side. And case A, I'm going to take one meal out here. Not right now, but in another video, another time. I'm going to take one meal out and eat that for you in video. That will leave me with 23 meals. I'm going to actually break those meals up, and I'm going to put these all over the place. I'm going to leave a couple in the car, my car, put a couple in my parents' car, leave a couple up at, you know, where I shoot, which is not very, you know, close to where I actually live. You know, if you see those shooting videos, it's nowhere near where I live. For some reason we got stuck up there. I'd have food up there. You know, put a couple in my bob bag. You know, just kind of spread them out. So anyway, let me open this up. First time opening this up, so we'll get, you know, experience this together, and see what's in here. All right. Let's cut this open. Being careful not to cut the bags. All right, let's see. So it looks like there's 2 stacks, 2 rows, 6 on each row. And this is what they look like. I'm sure you guys have seen these before. The cases they're actually in are extremely rugged. They're very much waterproof. You can probably dunk these up to a certain depth. You know, extremely rugged, very thick, hard, durable plastic. And by the way, every single one of these should also be marked with a date. Okay, all the individual pieces on the inside. And I'll show you that, you know, when I do the review. This one here happens to be I think there's 2 vegetarian meals in every case. Okay, obviously there's some vegetarian soldiers, so they have to include that. This one's a veggie burger with barbecue sauce. Okay, let's see what this one is. And here's the other veggie meal. This one is vegetable lasagna. Okay, so let's see. And by the way, they do say vegetarian on the bottom. I didn't notice that. So I happen to grab the 2 veggie meals. Let's see what else. Here's menu 7, meatloaf with gravy. And by the way, each one of these is pretty heavy. You know, I don't know exact weight on this. If I had to guess, at least a pound. You know, maybe 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds. It's definitely, it's not a light little thing. So if you're throwing these full meals in your pack or something to hike with, keep that in mind. It is a decent amount of weight here. So anyway, what else? Here's beef stew, menu number 9. Here's menu number 8, meatballs, marinara sauce, and, you know, it goes on and on. I don't want to bore you with it, but anyway, there it is. There's the MREs I got. Again, I'm going to mix these up. I'll put a couple in my bob bag and a couple in the vehicles, and, you know, just so they're spread out wherever I need them. So that's it. I will have an update video on this where I do their actual review. I'll pick one of these things and I'll open it up, and from start to finish, you'll experience it with me. So that should be fun. So anyway, that's it. That's the military MREs. Like I said, a great website is www.mreinfo.com. I'll put the link in the description box. You can click on it, check it out. They have all the information you could possibly need on these. And if you're interested in buying them, you know, it's a good place to check first before you buy them. So, you know, with anything, you know, shopping with a little bit of knowledge definitely helps you. You do want to shop around, get the best prices you can. and just be an informed consumer. You know, it's the way to go. So that's it, guys. I'll see you in the future with a review on these. I mean, you know, can't wait to try it. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.